Welcome, dear sweet friends, to the channel Frugal Money Saver. My name is Emmy and my husband is Paul. We're so happy you joined us today. The other day, we asked a question over on our community board about whether you all would like to see how we prep for a complete day of rest. Almost 2,300 of you answered the poll and 98% said yes, we would love to see that video. So what did? We picked up our camera and we filmed our prep day, and today we are going to share it with you. Paul and I want to preface this video by saying, number one, we are just showing you how we do it. The way you do it, I am sure, is absolutely 100% correct with you. This is not a debate about the Sabbath. Please don't leave comments saying it's the wrong day. You can't do that. Why are you doing it that way? And there is no judgment. If you say, I don't have time for a day of rest, then of course we understand that. But this is just to encourage you. This is our journey. We're sharing. There is no judgment. And please keep the comments kind. We don't expect anything less from you all. We know who you are. But I am thinking when this video is over, you may feel very different about taking a day of rest if you don't already. We work hard. We are busy. All of us, everyone watching this video, I'm sure can tell me what a full week they had. So how do we decompress? How do we take a day and recharge our lives, recharge our finances, recharge our brain, everything, and have a wonderful, successful day of rest? And we're going to tell you. Let's just take a second and talk about what we mean by a day of rest. We are Christians, and the Bible says to us to keep holy the Sabbath day. And we are like, of course we keep holy the Sabbath day. We go to church every Sunday. That's how we keep it holy. The more we looked at it and the more we studied it, we realized that is the main part of it. But it was also supposed to be a day of rest. I want you to think about something for a second. When you celebrate a holiday like Christmas or Thanksgiving or whatever holiday you may celebrate, you don't get up in that morning and start prepping for it and cooking for it. You usually start a day or two ahead, so it's nice and calm, nice and easy, and you really get to enjoy the day. And that is exactly what we do with our day of rest. We chose the day of Saturday to rest. Now, before you all gasp, let me explain. Sunday, we get up and we go to church. And then we come home, we have a quick lunch. A lot of times I will be cooking fresh for Paul's parents because they keep the food for a couple days, so I want to give it to them fresh. We visit them. So Sundays are a very, very busy day for us. As glorious and wonderful as Sundays are and special, and I wouldn't change them for anything, they're not particularly restful. So that's why we decided to do it on Saturday. And this way, come Sunday, when we get up and go to church, we are ready, we are rested, and we are raring to go. So with that, we start to prepare a day or so ahead, just to make sure our day of rest really is restful. So I'm going to turn the camera around and show you what we do first and foremost, starting around Thursday afternoon or Thursday evening. Here you go. The first thing I want to start with on our prep day for our day of rest is I clean the refrigerator. Nothing huge, but I wipe down the shelves, see if there's anything I need to use up right away. Because as I'm prepping food for tomorrow and tonight, I want that feeling of calm and peace and my refrigerator to be clean and organized and ready to go. So that's what I'm going to do first. So I just quickly cleaned out the refrigerator. Don't obsess over it. I didn't. I wiped down the shelves. I put things in smaller containers, wiped all the drawers. Now I'll see if there's anything we need to pick up at the store for our weekly shopping. What we like to do to begin the weekend is to either go shopping Thursday afternoon or early Friday morning. This week we have some time on Thursday, so we're going to get our shopping out of the way. So I'm just going through the flyers, seeing what's on sale. This way we lack for nothing come the weekend and we're not running anywhere. Getting the shopping out of the way before our day of rest is a great way to do it because we know we're going to be cooking tomorrow, which is Friday. This way we have everything in the house and we're ready to go. We really don't need a lot. You know, we're pretty well stocked, but just little odds and ends. After we assess the refrigerator, clean it up a little bit, see what we have, see what we need to use up, then we make that small shopping list or big shopping list, whatever it may be for the week. We have found that shopping towards the end of the week really works best for us. Now we can really start making a menu for what we are going to make for Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. What? You cook for all those days before you get nervous or before you get anxious. It is effortless. It is so easy, and we're going to show you how. Now it's Friday. We've food shopped, and we've seen what we have in our refrigerator. We planned our menu. Now it's time to meal prep. First thing we're going to do is prep an easy breakfast for Saturday and Sunday morning. One breakfast that you're going to make on Friday, put it in the refrigerator, and have it for Saturday and Sunday morning. It could be a quiche, it could be muffins, it could be frozen waffles. It's something that is easy. You don't have to prepare it the day of, and it will make a world of difference when you get up and know that breakfast is ready. We're going to turn the camera around and show you what we did this past weekend for breakfast. Tomorrow is all about relaxing, taking it easy. And the last thing we want to do is some heavy-duty cooking with a lot of pots and pans. I'm making our brunch ahead of time today, and I'm just going to use up what we have in the home. It's going to be delicious. It's going to be filling. And the best part is all we're going to have to do is just pop it in the oven. And what we're going to be making is a make-ahead French toast bake. I'm doing a half a recipe because there's the two of us. We have a cup of milk, 2 eggs, a 1/4 cup raisins, a banana that needs to be used up, some very firm bread. Can you all hear that? But that'll be perfect for what we need. A 1/4 cup brown sugar and about a teaspoon of cinnamon and 2 tablespoons of melted butter. That's all there is to it. 2 tablespoons of melted butter is going to go in the bottom of the pan. And the reason I clean out the refrigerator first thing is because you never know what you're going to find and you don't want to waste food. This is a 8-inch square pan. I'm going to add the brown sugar and we're going to add the cinnamon to this as well. I'm just going to mix it. We want to keep cleanup easy. Now I'm just going to layer it on the bottom of the pan. After I mixed the brown sugar, the butter, and the cinnamon, I layered the raisins and I layered the bananas. So now I'm going to take our cup of milk and our 2 eggs. And I'm just going to whisk this all together. Now at this point, if you want, you can add vanilla. You can add some more cinnamon. But I think we're good just the way we are because we have all that yummy goodness on the bottom. Now I'm going to take the bread and layer it all over the fruit. We want to use it all up. And what a great way to use some day-old bread for sure. I'm going to take the eggs and milk. We're going to pour it all over the bread. And what that bread is going to do, it's going to soak up all this goodness. Remember, always, always clean out your bowls. Make sure you get everything. That's all there is to it. I'm going to cover it with tin foil, and I am going to put it in the refrigerator till tomorrow. Then tomorrow morning, I'm going to keep it covered with the tin foil. I'm going to put it in a cold oven, and then I'm going to set the oven to 375 degrees, and I'm going to let it cook for about 30 minutes. and then I'll uncover it and let it cook for about 5 minutes more until it's puffy. That was so delicious. We cooked it on Saturday morning, just popped it into a cold oven. Remember, don't take a cold pan and put it in a hot oven. It could possibly crack. So we take the cold pan out, put it in a cold oven, and then turn the oven on. It was delicious. We ate half of it and we had the rest reheated on top of the stove in a frying pan with just a little bit of water on Sunday morning. Make it in a 9x13 and double it. Keep breakfast simple and easy, something that will be effortless for you. Now we're going to go on to make some simple side dishes for the rest of the weekend. One of the suggestions I can give you are salads, green salad, potato salad, macaroni salad, coleslaw. Those are wonderful cold, and you can make them on Friday and eat off of them Friday night, Saturday, and even on Sunday. So we're thinking of dishes, easy, economical, because we're keeping this frugal, and delicious, that you can just serve right from the refrigerator. So let's do a little more food prep and see how easy this really is. And I have a half a head of cabbage in the refrigerator. Paul's going to slice this up and we're going to make some coleslaw. And coleslaw is a great make-ahead salad. It'll stay overnight in the refrigerator. We'll have some for dinner tonight. We can munch on it tomorrow. So just a great make-ahead dish as well. Half a head of cabbage that we shredded, and then about a full carrot that we shredded as well. Now we're going to make a very, very simple dressing. 1/3 cup of mayonnaise, about a tablespoon of lemon juice, put about a teaspoon of vinegar. I'm using balsamic. It's going to turn it purple, but that's okay. Just a little bit of vinegar. You can use white vinegar for sure. Teaspoon of sugar in there. Black pepper. Just going to mix this up like this. And you can definitely add a little salt at this point. We just tasted it. We added a drop more of the lemon. And it is delicious now. We like ours to kind of sit in the dressing overnight. Super simple, super easy, low cost. I'm just going to cover it now. And it's going to go into the refrigerator for tonight and for tomorrow. I also just put together a very simple lettuce salad. And then, if you remember when we were in Lancaster, I had bought dry buttermilk powder. So we just have a simple buttermilk ranch dressing. Both of these are prepped and done. I'll keep the dressing and the salad separate until it's time to eat. Cover them and put them in the refrigerator. The side dishes are done and they are put into the refrigerator. Now we're going to concentrate on our main meal. What I'm sharing with you literally does not take hours and hours and hours. These are simple, easy dishes, and I can't stress that enough. Because it is a Friday during Lent, we do not eat meat, and we don't consider fish meat. So we will be having some fish tonight, frozen fish. Super easy. I just have to put it in the air fryer. And then we have the other side dishes we've made to go along with it. Now, for Saturday and Sunday, what can we make that'll be super easy? We can eat it on Saturday and then reheat it again on Sunday. We want to keep it one pot. We want to keep it simple, but yummy. So let's turn the camera around and see what we're doing for our main meal. For tomorrow's lupper, that's what I'm calling it because it's kind of in between lunch and supper or dinner, whatever you want to call it. We usually eat around 3. You want a simple, easy, one-pot meal. So what we're going to be making is crock-pot chicken and stuffing. But we want to have everything ready, so all we have to do is put it in the crock-pot and cook it. We defrosted chicken breasts whole, just thinned them out a little bit. Then I made some homemade cream of celery soup. It takes 2 minutes. I will link the video down below on how to make any kind of cream of soup. If you have a can of cream of soup, chicken, mushroom, any kind, that's what you're going to need for this. We got this box of chicken stuffing mix for free from Acme in the fall. It was one of their Saturday samplers and we never used it. I figured this is going to be perfect today. And then all I need is about a half a cup of sour cream and either some frozen string beans or a can of string beans. You can use corn, mixed vegetables, whatever you want. So the first thing you're going to do is grease your crock pot. You're going to lay the chicken in the crock pot and you're going to salt and pepper it. Then you're going to take your 6-ounce box of chicken stuffing and you're just going to put it on top of the chicken. And then after that, we're going to take our soup. And I am going to mix the sour cream in right now because the more we have done today, the less we have to do tomorrow. I'm just going to whisk this in. So this is done. This is actually green beans, yellow beans, and little mini carrots. So this is going to be perfect to go on top. It's meat, stuffing, soup, veggie. Cover the crock pot, put it on high for 4 hours, and you have a one-pot delicious meal that pretty much has everything you could want in it. So this is going to go back into the freezer right now. These 2 items are going to go into the refrigerator, covered, and we can just put this all together tomorrow. One pot, super easy, quick cleanup. That chicken dish with the stuffing was so delicious. Oh my goodness. Even if you're not resting for a day, make that meal. It was so easy and good. We did cook it on high for 4 hours. Check it about 3 hours because I think ours was done around there. Or you could even do it on low for maybe 5 hours. You just want to make sure the internal temperature of that chicken is 165 degrees. Now, what about cleaning and straightening and getting the house ready? Because you can't really be restful if your house is kind of in chaos. So while you're prepping this food, clean up, do the dishes as you go. Another tip I want to give you is please don't leave yourself huge piles of laundry before you start the weekend. Throw a load or 2 in of laundry. Get them going, hang them out to dry or on your racks or in your dryer, however you do it. So when you come back Monday morning, it's not overwhelming. You also are going to want to straighten up the rooms you're going to be spending most time in, which for us is the kitchen and our living room. Keep it simple, don't stress. You just want to make it warm, you want to make it cozy, you want to pick it up, give it a light vacuum. Here you go. The first thing I wanted to do this weekend was to get my dishes out for spring. So Paul went up, got them out of the attic, and I just washed them down. It felt so good to put our winter dishes away. Now I'm going to start on the living room. We have TV trays out. Our little coffee table has papers all over it. Does not look like a very restful atmosphere. There is mail on that table and Paul's got a bunch of stuff over there on his table. So I am just going to do some straightening, some light vacuuming, nothing crazy. We just want this to be comfortable for tomorrow, nice and neat and picked up. Literally just a few minutes later, after picking everything up, putting things away, giving the floor a light vacuuming, just making a cozy and warm atmosphere for the weekend. Those are flameless candles, by the way, but I think they're beautiful. So we have a nice little cozy room that we're going to be hanging out in. It's Friday, late afternoon. You have prepped food. You've cleaned your house. You've done everything that you need to do. And again, if you work all week, you could do all these prep work on Saturday and then rest on Sunday, whatever works for you. Even if you can't do a whole day, I can't encourage you enough, do a half a day. Unplug the TV from 3 in the afternoon to 9 at night and have a nice dinner together. This is not written in stone. You need to understand that. This is not a judgment call. This is a day that will bless you. This is a day you're going to look forward to every single week, I promise. I only have one thing left to do, and then we're going to be sitting down to eat and just starting our restful weekend. So I'm going to turn the camera around one more time and show you what's left. And now it's time to make the bread. Yay! This is my refrigerator bread dough, and it is amazing. If you guys are interested, I can definitely show you this bread. So I have a little bit of flour on my hands, and I put a little flour on the dough, and all you do is kind of take it and bend it under, so it kind of looks like that on the bottom. This is the easiest bread. Now I'm going to just leave this here for 40 minutes. It's just going to sit. I don't even have to cover it. Our beautiful loaf of bread just came out of the oven. I can hear it crackling as the cooler kitchen air hits it. Oh, it came out perfect. Now I'm going to put it on a wire rack to cool, and we have a beautiful little loaf of bread for the weekend. Our table is set. It's Friday evening. We are going to be eating in just a few minutes, and we are completely done with all our prep work for the weekend. I showed you the table all set just before the food came out on Friday. And then Friday night after dinner, we clean up the kitchen, we watch a fun, easy, lighthearted movie, and we are ready for the next day. What do we do on our rest day now? Saturday morning we wake up, and because I do post a video on Friday, I like to catch up on any comments that come in through the night. So I'll take a little bit of time and I'll answer some comments. And then that is it for the day. The TV's off, the internet's off. We're not mowing lawns. We're not paying bills. We're not washing clothes. We're not washing floors. We're not scrubbing bathrooms. We're resting. We're resting. The first Sabbath rest day we took, how was it, Paul?
It was different. It was really different. Kind of had the feeling like, boy, what do we do now?
Yeah.
Kind of just sitting there on the couch looking around, but settled in pretty good. And the following weekend, it was absolutely fantastic. I was able to get through a bunch of reading, which was piling up. I never found time to read. And wow, I spent the whole day just reading and enjoying company and talking, and it just was wonderful.
And I think that's the trick. You do what you want to do on this rest day. This is not a day where you are sitting staring at four walls. Go out for a walk. Have friends over to share the prepped food you made. Read. Take a nap. Crochet. Knit. This day is a gift to you. It is a day where you can just rest and enjoy what you love to do. I do Bible journaling that day. I went through all my old cookbooks and picked out recipes that I want to make. It was just a time where you can do what you want. It was a holiday. And to think that you have a holiday built into your week every week is just so fun. It's so exciting. And please, again, I will say it, make it as easy as you can. If you want to pop a frozen pizza in that day, give yourself permission to do it. If you want to make a 3-course meal because that is what you find to be restful and wonderful, then go ahead and do it. We just shared our journey. We don't spend money that day. We don't talk about money that day. We just simply rest. It is also preparing you. If you go to church on Sunday morning, you will be ready to go to church on Sunday morning. Believe me when I tell you, you'll be rested. You'll be just so excited to get there. If you have never done this, try it for 1 week. Like I said, a half a day, 3 hours, whatever works for you. Even with small children, this can be done with a little prep work. Working full time, it can be done. Our question of the day is, what do you think about taking a day of rest? How would you do it? How would you do it differently? Would you do it at all, or nope, just not for me. I like to keep busy. Share with us in the comments down below. I know your comments are going to be encouraging not only to us, but to our viewers as well. We thank you again for spending this time with us. Please give this a big thumbs up if you would be so kind. Subscribe if you haven't. Come on in and be part of this amazing Frugal family. We ask you to be well. We ask you to be safe. And above all, we wish you blessings. Until our next video, may God greatly bless you.